Well, hello and welcome back to yet another incredible video. And today I am doing my monthly Fab 5 collaboration, and this time we are doing jewelry. And I have a special surprise because none other than my husband, Aaron A-Train, is going to do a little contribution. So stay tuned for that. Let's get into it. So for DIY number one, as well as all the other DIYs that I make in this video, these are kind of an experiment. This is my first time making these pieces. And I'm just starting off with some fabric that I got from Joann Fabric. I opted for something kind of bright and brilliant. And you will see me with a yellow piece, but I don't actually wind up using that. And then I will also have some zip ties and these little foam balls, in addition to some basic jewelry making items as well. Okay, so you will see me cut the fabric down into a strip, and I think this strip is about, I want to say 2 to 2.5 inches thick. And then I take my little balls, and I'm not sure what the size of these balls are, but they're pretty tiny, and I start to glue them down to my strip. And I'm choosing to space these about 1 inch apart, but I'm actually just eyeing it up. And once my balls are glued down, I will then kind of fold that fabric over on top of itself and then glue that down as well, which will give me kind of like a tube, if you will, that my balls are nestled inside. And you will watch as this comes together. So once I have my tube with my balls inside, I will grab my zip ties. Now I opted to use a colored zip tie here because you're gonna be able to see it. You could certainly use black, you could use white, you could use whatever you like, but I opted for the green because again, I'm using a really vibrant pattern, and I thought this would go really well. But you will see me as I start to zip tie in between each of the balls, kind of segmenting them out. So the next part's gonna move kind of quick, and this is definitely the part that was an experiment for me, and that is I'm gonna cut the ends of my fabric down, and then I'm gonna kind of glue them together. And then I have a grommet maker. Yep, a grommet maker, and I purchased this years ago. Why? Nobody knows. But I am going to use it to kind of make holes, if that makes sense, at the end of my fabric, and it will have a metal ring there, which will allow me to put a pretty large jewelry jump say that 5 times really fast, jewelry jump, on it, and that will allow me to connect my chain. And you will kind of watch as all of this comes together, and make sure to let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I will do my best to answer them.
Okay, these are pretty simple. Basically, I just take 2 lengths of wire, the same size, I fold them in half, and then I start to twist them up. Once they're twisted up, I roll them up into cinnamon roll type shapes, and then I attach the hardware to the loop at the top.
I just want to say shout out to my husband for being kind enough to share his talent with all of us. Thank you so much, Aaron. How do they look?
Yeah, they're beautiful. Oh yeah, those are cool in the sun glint.
I like them.
Yeah.
It's like the other pair you made for me.
Mm-hmm. Let's get it up close. Ooh, you melt my heart.
Okay, so you guessed it. This video is part of my monthly collab with the girls of the Fab Five, and we are out here doing it big on these hair crafting streets. And who are we? Well, we are Donna, the I'm Gonna Give It To You Creole crafter. We are Melinda, bringing all this sass from IB Dolled. We are Joy, I'm about to put a smile on your face from Joyful Designs. And we are Kay, Girly Chic Kay from At Home with Kay. And each of these ladies is incredible, and they all do something very, very different. And I can't wait to see what they did this month. Make sure you check out their videos. Playlist will be linked in the description box. So this next one is me just using tumbling tower blocks. Let's be real here. They are at the Dollar Tree, and we crafters all have them. Now, if you saw my video, I think it was about a month ago, where I made earrings out of this, kudos to you, because that was a great video as well. I am going to be starting similarly, and then I'm going to be drilling a hole in each of my tumbling tower blocks. So I keep 3 blocks without holes in them. So I do not drill holes in 3 of my blocks, but in the ones that I drilled holes in, I take some of those large jump rings and I go ahead and slip those through the holes and close them up. Now, with these rings, they don't close all the way. And usually if you were getting a piece of jewelry, you might see that this sort of thing was soldered. I don't have a soldering iron, and if I do, I don't know where it is. So instead, I chose to put a little bit of dab of hot glue on it, and then I kind of turn it so that the part that's glued is inside of the block. And you will see this as I do it. So once I have my jump rings on all of my blocks with the holes, I go ahead and do a couple of configurations. And you will see as this comes together, one, I'm taking 2 of my tumbling tower blocks with the jump rings in them, and I'm just connecting them together with a tumbling tower block at the bottom. And I do that for 2 pieces, if that makes sense. So I make 2 sets, and then I make 1 set where I have 1 tumbling tower block connected to another lengthwise. And again, you will watch as this happens. So once we have our designs and all of our pieces situated, I will grab what was an old necklace, and I have so many freaking necklaces, it's not even funny, that I was not wearing because the piece broke off of it, but I'm just gonna use that. And this is a great hack and tip. If you have old necklaces or pieces that you no longer wear, you can use those to make new jewelry that you actually will wear. And I will start to kind of string my pieces on that necklace piece, if you will, and you will watch as this happens.
Yeah. That was a really cool necklace, Jay.
Okay, so honestly, I love the way these all turned out. My pieces and Aaron's pieces included. I don't usually make jewelry, but this was fun, I have to say. Let me know in the comments which pieces that you liked, or if you liked all of them. We thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. Make sure you're subscribed if you have not already. And of course, we invite you to come back, hang out, and be okay with us.